today it's Friday, which means it's another book review. And today, as the title down below says, I am doing Brotherband Slaves of Socorro by John Flanagan. Now, you may be going, wait, this is book 4 of a sequel series to the Ranger Apprentice series. Why are you talking about it? Well, before I get into anything else, you can read this book without reading anything else John Flanagan has written. It is the 16th book in this universe, 4th book of its series, and you don't need to know anything about it, really. Trust me, I looked, I made sure. What this is about is that Hal and the Herons, who used to be outcasts, now are considered heroes by their people. That's the only thing about the other books you need to know, really. Because they're now heroes, they are giving the assignment to protect Scandia, that's the nation that this takes place in, Scandia's ally, Araluin. I don't know how to say these names. John Flanagan, please tell me how, because I don't know. While they are there, a village is attacked and 12 people are taken as slaves. And so they team up with a ranger from Araluin, or however you say that country's name, to go hunt them down and bring them back, hence the title. Why do I love this series so much that I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars? It is funny. The Scandians in particular in this universe are hilarious. I love them. They are so funny, so well done. Oh, and this book, because it follows a bunch of Scandians trying to meld in with the Araluins, or however you say that name, just makes it even funnier. Now the plot is a little bit predictable. It's a little bit predictable, not gonna lie. But one of the things that I love about John Flanagan's works is there are twists thrown in. That's not necessarily true with book 1, The Ruins of Gorlan. However, by book 2, he starts throwing in twists. There is a twist in this book. It's not one of the best. It's thrown in at the beginning, so the majority of the book is very predictable. Just from reading the blurb, just from what I told you, you basically have the plot of the book down. That's a little saddening, but it's true. However, this is kind of like Percy Jackson in that the voice makes every single scene really, really funny, usually. And even in the darker scenes, there's something that usually makes you laugh. And this being middle grade, that's the only comparisons to Percy Jackson I'll make. The stories are so different. As always, the end of the book leaves it open for another book to come, which just excites me. The only thing is that the final book of Ranger's Apprentice does the same thing, and there's no more books of Ranger's Apprentice. Anyway, rant over. This is just a lighthearted read, and it is really, really fun. One of the treats that's for old-time fans of the Ranger's Apprentice series is the Ranger's identity of who goes with Hal, which I really like. And I like that it also addresses the fact that, you know, they were outcasts. The first 3 books were them trying not to be outcasts. Hal has always been an outcast because he's half Araluin and only half Scandian. I like that they bring up that he's really let down by his people because they didn't see him before, and now suddenly he's this hero and everyone loves him, and he's like, but you didn't like me before. I don't get this. This is just a lighthearted read. It's a fun read. That's why I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars, which is kind of a high rating considering it's kind of predictable. Okay, it's not kind of, it's quite predictable. I was coming from reading Days of Blood and Starlight. I'll link my review down below because I'm not a fan of that book. I really was let down by Days of Blood and Starlight, and the rest of the month followed that tone of me getting let down or disgusted with books. And so this really brought me back to, like, this is why I like to read. This is the type of thing I like to read. I like funny books. I like books that keep me engaged the whole time. I like books, even though the plot is predictable, it's a solid plot. That's what I like about reading, and that's why John Flanagan is one of my favorite living authors of all time. I definitely recommend this to anyone who likes middle grade. This isn't gonna be a dark and heavy. The darkest book John Flanagan's ever written are in The Ranger's Apprentice. It's book 12, followed by book 3. So yeah, I definitely recommend this. Again, you don't have to read anything, so if you're just curious, like, what is this series like, you can pick this up and then maybe pick up the beginning of the series or pick up Ranger's Apprentice. I just really recommend this. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to see more because I have more reviews coming. I do one every single Friday, like always. And good luck with your reading. Bye! Hal. His name is Hal. One of the things about Scandia, the Scandians, let's try that again. One of the treats for those of us who are I don't know why I said that. In fact, the darkest book in this entire series is book 12. Why did I say it in this series? Where, even though the plot's not predictable, it's a solid plot. I said that wrong. So one of the treats for those of us who are old-time fans of the Ranger... I did that wrong. Whatever. I said it. I'm good.